Hi, in this tutorial I will show you how to set up your parking like this parking you are seeing here. Select our plot and go to spawning tab, and in the spawning algorithm set it to car parking. Now notice that the plaza at all has gone away. It is because if you come to post within area and expand our plaza slots and go to the spawn type, you can see that when the parking is active it is set to don't spawn. You can change it depending on the type of the PWA manager you have here. But now we'll concentrate ourselves on how to set up the parking. Press G on your keyboard to enter the game mode and select your plot and select it again. You will see there's lines showing. If you go to parking setup and we start with the grid parking, you can see all the options we have here. You can set the name of the grid and if you want it to add a grid parking or not, as you can see here. Now you can set the spacing between each line. If you want, you can set like this value, you can change anything that you want. Notice that I have to select and deselect it. It is a weird thing with NRL. But you can also change the length of the line if you want. Set it to 2000 or any value you want. Now I will set it to the default. The default thing work well. You can also offset the line if you want. The rotation of the line, the spacing between the props. We'll come back to it in this instance. Now scroll down until you see the mesh field, the mesh PP field. Click on the plus sign. It is where you add your car route. Search for SMV car and click to add this one. You can click again and to add one more vehicle. Select this one for example. Now you can see that we have this vehicle spawning. You can change the offset between the props, the spacing between the props, and come to prop spacing and set it to, for example, 400, but 300 is very a good way to go. And you can also change the props offset. Notice that in this they are touching the example. We want them to not touch each one, so we set this props offset to 300 for example. Sorry, the offset equal to 200 for example, so we have some little room between rows. Now that is how you set up the grid section. Copy the mesh PP field and come to the edge parking. The options are the same. Now the edge parking will add line around the spline of the plot. And if you come to mesh PP field and add past it, you can see that we have road now showing here. You can change the rotation and randomly remove the line. Also add post presence probability. Now here there is something that I want to show you. Notice that we have an attribute called box collision solver size. If you go to parking setup and set show parking box and check it, you can go to top view. You can see that there is some box that is spawning. These boxes are there to check for collision so that the props will not collide with themselves. The size of this box is controlled by this attribute. So if I change it to 200, you can see that we have now a small box, and we have some more props. Now here you can see that there is a collision going, so it will remove it. By default, the edge parking has a priority on a grid parking. So when both touch themselves, the green parking will be removed. But I found that a 600 box collision is good to go. Notice that it removed some that we collide with the edge one. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to add some median mesh and other mesh to populate your parking.